Hey everybody, welcome back. Hey, I just finished a nice long 15-mile cycle. For some of you guys that are real cyclists, you're going 15, that's my warm-up. Well, cycling kills me, so for me that was a long ride. Anyway, I just want to show you a couple of good stretches that I do when I'm done cycling, because every bit as important of strength training and working your cardio is stretching, as you know. So I'm going to use my Jeep back here for a couple of these stretches. So if you don't have a Jeep, that's okay, you can grab a wall and let's stretch. Okay, so I'm going to use the back bumper and my spare tire here, but you can use whatever you want. So when you're cycling, you use a ton of quad muscles. That's why you always see these cyclists walking around. They have these gigantic, beautifully shaped quads. So they're using those a lot. So what I like to do is I put my foot up on my back bumper and I kind of scooch back, keep my knee dropped down, and I just sort of lean back into this. So this helps keep your knee lined up with your hips, so there's no injury going on of your knee going out to the side and pulling on your knee or anything. You can really feel that nice stretch. It also opens up your hips because you have that ability to lean back, whereas you can also do this stretch just standing and pull that knee up. But I find a lot of times people don't get their hips out forward enough and your knee tends to go to the side. So again, if you have a wall, you can use this too. I like to use the bumper of Beast Boy because, you know, it's just nice and he's here. All right, so I'm gonna do the other side too. So one thing to note about these, I'm having trouble getting that one up, still seeing you, is you wanna hold a stretch for between 18 to 30 seconds. The longer the better. It definitely feels better and it definitely gives you a little bit of that recovery and keeping those muscles from tightening up and just seizing up and then cramping later on, or just, you know, tearing because you didn't stretch them properly. All right, so another good one is, again, using the back bumper. I just put my foot up, and for me, I'm gonna put my foot flat against the bumper rather than toes pointed because my calves are insanely tight. And I find that riding a bike also makes my calves tight. So I've got my foot down a little bit and then I'm just gonna lean forward. And like I said, I'm getting this all in my calf muscle. But now my daughter, on the other hand, has really tight hamstrings. So for me to hit my hamstrings, I actually do have to point my toes so I can get down into that hamstring stretch. Right now, because of cycling, I really want to focus on calf. I know I use my hamstrings too, but my calves just really feel it a lot. And again, you're going to do the other side as well. So I'm definitely not holding these for the extended amount of time because I'm trying to do short videos to show you, but make sure that you hold these stretches for at least 18 seconds, preferably 30. I mean, you can go all the way up to a minute like I do in Stretch and Flex class. And finally, well, there's two more actually. Good one for your glutes. Just cross that leg over, sit back into it. You're gonna feel that in your inner thigh and your glutes as well. There's no good way to use the Jeep other than I lose my balance if I don't hold it. So here we go. And again, both sides. The last stretch I'm gonna show you is for your upper body. And that's because a lot of times when you're on your bike, you know, you're down and you're hunched, and we just don't think about how tense our bodies get, especially on a big, long cycle. So you really want to make sure that upper body is nice and loosened up as well. And you could always do some circles if you want to, but I have this nice spare tire that I just set my hands on and I just sink down into this. Trust me, this feels amazing. I like to do this stretch after swimming, running, cycling. You just really don't realize how tense we get when we're doing these exercises. So there you go, some great stretches to do after a big long cycle, or actually any time throughout the day that you just feel stiff and you need to loosen up. So thanks so much, come back soon. I've got a couple of videos planned that I think you're gonna have a lot of fun with. So definitely subscribe if you haven't already subscribed so you know when those come out. Share with your friends and check back soon. Bye.